where we talk about ways to get paid. Today, I want to go over some information with you about starting your own errand running service. I know that we spoke about TaskRabbit, where I put videos on here about TaskRabbit and also about Papa. A few people were having some issues with Papa as far as the pay, also as far as the app. Now, as far as the pay, you definitely want to contact customer service for that. And what I have found when I contact customer service is they'll give you an option after maybe about a minute to receive a call back. And I always choose that option, and someone calls me back within less than about 10 minutes. So, for anyone who's having problems with getting in contact with them, you may want to go that route instead. Also, as far as the app, I'm not really, sure what's going on with it. But what I would suggest doing is just maybe deleting the app and then uploading it again or downloading it again to your phone. Because I mean, you definitely want to have it working when you have to maybe do a virtual visit, or just have it working anyway so you can keep up with your appointments. Now, one thing that I also do on this app is I constantly check throughout the day to see what appointments are available. And sometimes when I have some free time, I'll just jump on and I'll take one of the, virtual calls. Now, I know that you do have to, a lot of times you won't reach anyone. But when you do reach someone, you just want to keep them, on the phone so that way you can get paid and you see the pay structure on their site. So just keep that in mind. But again, today I want to talk to you about starting your own service, because with that you're cutting out the middleman. You can charge what you want, so you can make anywhere between $20 to $35 an hour, depending on the task. You may want to charge a set rate, which I mean I don't suggest. I would charge them per hour actually. So let's jump into it. And this on the screen now, this is just a flyer, just a basic flyer of some of the things that you can do. And the reason I put this one up here is because the type of services that are listed on here, you really should not have to have any type of insurance besides auto insurance, because you're not traveling with them in your car, you're not going into their homes or anything like that. So keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. So just to go over the information as far as starting your business, the first thing that you want to do is determine what legal structure you want your business to be under. You want to register your business. So once you decide on the legal structure as far as whether you're going to be a sole proprietor, or you're going to have a partnership with someone, or whether you'll have an LLC or an LLP, you want to decide that first. So make sure that you research what it is or what type of business you want to have. Make sure you research, especially if you're going to consider hiring someone, and those type of things. All right. So as far as the business structure, that is going to determine the amount of taxes that you pay, and it's also going to determine your liability if anything were to happen when you're providing the services. All right, and you want to ensure that your license is that the license that you have, make sure that you're licensing your business based on your state's procedure. I'm so sorry. I'm getting tongue tied here. I don't know all the words are going together. Anyway, all right. After that, you want to obtain an EIN number. So you can obtain an EIN number. You don't have to pay anything for it. You actually can go directly on the IRS's website. So www.irs.gov, and obtain your EIN number. Okay, so after you've done that, you want to come up with your business name. So create your business name for your errand running service. Excuse me, guys, because I'm not sure why I am tongue twisted right now, but I'm human. So, anyway, so come up with the name of your business. Think of something catchy and memorable. All right, consider putting your city name in it or even your own name. Make sure no one else is using your name and that it hasn't been trademarked already. You may need to place an ad in the paper of the county where you plan on providing services prior to state registration. So this will depend on your state's requirements. Make sure that you check, because if you, for instance, if you go and you register your business's name, what's going to happen is it's going to ask you if you've already if you've already published your business's information in the paper. So once you go through the process and you register the name and you click the confirmation and sign off on it, place your electronic signature there, you are attesting to the fact that you have placed that information in one of your local papers where you intend to do business. So make sure that you're doing these things in the proper order. Okay. Also, you may need to obtain insurance for some services to cover any damages or losses to the customer. So there are some services which I showed you, on the flyer, that can be provided without having to purchase insurance. Like if you're just going to go grocery shopping for them, drop off their dry cleaning, those type of things, you won't necessarily need insurance. So just what I would say is, as long as it's something that you would be willing to pay for out of pocket in case something happened, to one of your customers or one of your clients' property, then, and you don't mind paying for it, then, you don't have to get insurance. But it's always a good idea to have, that coverage to protect you just in case they try to sue you or, file any type of claim against you. Now, some states, they require a different type of auto insurance also if you're using your car for commercial purposes. So you may need other types of coverage also, depending on the type of services that you will provide. So definitely, if you're coming in contact with your customer as far as going into their home, if you're providing cleaning services or companionship services, or for instance, if you are taking them somewhere. So if you need to run them to the store or wherever they need to go, you definitely want to have extra coverage for that besides, your auto insurance only. Okay. So the next thing is you want to get any supplies that you may need. And of course that is going to depend on the type of services that you'll be providing. So definitely, if you don't have anything else, keep you a planner, which will help you stay organized, and that's going to help you keep track of your appointments and also your customers. Also, I would suggest when you're taking down that information, so once you start to get the customers, get all of their information as far as their phone number, their email address, so that way in the future, if you're running any promotions, once you actually get to a point where you're getting a lot of business and you want to run some type of promotion or send out a mass email to all of your customers, you'll have that information on file. So, I would suggest getting that information from the beginning. Okay. Also, of course, you're going to have a cell phone and or a computer. And I don't think I have to explain that. That's kind of self-explanatory. Definitely reliable transportation. It's a great idea to get some business cards also, and flyers. So you can, really, you can make your own flyers on any program. Just make sure that they're pleasing to the eye. As far as the business cards, even if you only order 50 from somewhere, I would definitely suggest that you have those, because you can pass those out anywhere. When you're in the store, anywhere that you are, you can pass those out. If you hear a conversation when you're in the store or anywhere about someone saying they need some type of service, go start a conversation with them and let them know what services you actually provide. And if, they need help, that you're there to help them. Okay. Also, you can create a website. That's probably going to be the best way to create your website and, put all of your services on there. Now, if you want to get a free website, you can create like a website, for instance, on Wix. So just look into that. Just start, doing these things now because it's going to take time. This is not something that's going to be overnight because, of course, you are going to have to market yourself and market your business and market your brand. Okay, also, so if you set up the website, make sure that you set up some type of analytics, which most people use Google Analytics, of course. So make sure that's something that you set up. All right. So next, you're going to choose the services. So you're going to make a list of the services that you offer, whether it's grocery shopping, dry cleaning, you're doing the bank and RX prescription errands, for them, whatever it is. If you're going to, I mean, sometimes, in some areas, excuse me, I'm so sorry. So in some areas, they don't have, just say for instance, DoorDash and Uber Eats and different things like that, believe it or not. So if they don't have those services, you provide them. So it's best, actually, the first step of all of this is to do your research about the area that you actually live in and the areas that you intend on providing services. So wherever you live, I would actually include some of the surrounding areas also. Okay, because that's going to give you more business, of course. All right, so then as far as the prices, so you can charge what you want, but usually with errand running services, they charge by the hour. And again, that rate is between $20 and $35 an hour. I believe right now the average national rate is around $27 per hour, but consider your area when you're setting those prices because you don't want to set them too high to where, people can't afford them, and you don't want to set them too low to where they think you don't know what you're doing or something. You never know how people think. So, all right. You also want to charge for any extra stops and any extra services. If you know it's going to take you, just say it's within the hour, but maybe they have you going to like 4 or 5 different stores, then you can charge them extra for that. Okay, you're also going to charge them for mileage. But when you're charging for mileage, what you want to do is actually charge them not from when you leave your home, but from when you leave their home, going to wherever you're running the errand for them, and then going back to their home. So definitely charge for mileage. Also, you want to consider charging extra if it's something where it's an immediate need. So just say it's Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning and they need someone to do something at 12 p.m. You're available to do it, charge them extra for that. Also charge them if it's outside of your normal hours that you do business or if it's on holidays. I mean, that's a good way to make money and to make more money to be able to charge up to that $35. All right. You can also offer discounts and package deals to try to bring the customers in and also offer that for your recurring customers because that's how you're going to keep them. Okay. So check for other errand running service providers in your area also to see how the market is in the area for this type of service. And you always want to check on your competitors' prices, their services, check their reviews, like anything related to it, and see how they stack up. So that way you can stack up on top of all of them. Okay. All right. Okay. So now the main thing to basically get your business off of the ground is going to be your marketing. That's where most of your initial work is going to go. This is how you're going to gain your customers. So I would put you can put your flyer, you can put, your business information, link to your website, link to your email, whatever it is, put that on all of your social media platforms. That is going to be so important for actually obtaining business, for getting business. Another thing, hand out your business cards and your flyers everywhere that you go. Place flyers in the businesses that will allow you to. A lot of places have those like cork boards where you can place your flyers on there and your business cards. Use those. You never know who you can reach. So use those things. Like I said, I mean, everybody may not be this type of person, but if I'm in line in the store and I hear someone, talking about it, whether they're on the phone or they're talking to someone else, I'm not going to be rude and interrupt their conversation, but I'll wait and see if I get an opportunity to say something to them and say, hey, look, I provide this type of service, and that we can discuss, the rates, and I'll give them my flyer, give them my business card. But I mean, you have to market yourself, you have to market your brand. That is going to be the key to having a successful errand running business, because you do have competition out here. You have competition from, just other regular people like ourselves. And then you have to deal with the other businesses, like you have Papa and you have TaskRabbit. And as far as like grocery delivery, you have Instacart. You have to make yourself stand out pretty much. Okay. So it may take weeks or months to get your business off of the ground, but it is definitely possible. There is money out here to be made. And if you're having problems, whether it's Papa Pal, TaskRabbit, whoever it is, whatever business you're working with, if you're having problems with them, then do it yourself. Do it yourself, and you won't have to have anyone cut into your money at all. That's the best advice that I can give you. All right. So if you guys have any questions or you want more information on it, just place a comment below in the comment section, of course, and I'll try to get to your questions as soon as I can. I mean, I'm all over the place, like doing different things. So, I will help you where I can and how I can, and, try to give you the information that I have. But I try not to put things on here that I would not do myself or that I don't already do. Because when I tell you, you have to have more than one thing that you do. You can't just put all of your eggs in one basket, as they say. So you want to have, if you want to work, and start your own errand business, you may want to, even do something, just speaking about starting other businesses, even if you only have a little money, if you have $500, you can start a business selling clothes, buy clothes wholesale, sell those clothes on Poshmark or on your own website. So there's just different things that you can do. But what I would like you guys to do is just leave a comment of the types of videos that you would like to see. If you want more information on like starting different types of businesses, if I have that information, I will definitely provide that information to you. There are several different things that I do and that I'm into. So, like I said, just leave a comment. That's the only way that I'll know what it is that you want to see or what it is that you want more information on. But anyway, I appreciate you all listening. Stay peaceful, stay positive, and have a great evening. Thank you all.